Hello, this is Ko, and this is a game called Scrolls. Now, Scrolls is a collectible card playing game. A lot of those existed throughout. Mm, Actually, I don't know when they started it. That'd be a good thing to look up. When did collectible card games come into existence? My guess would be the 70s. That said, this one is also online, and now in my youth, I used to love collectible card playing games. They were really fun. I loved customizing decks. I loved trying new strategies in each of them. It was really great. But now you'd think that this would translate well to the internet. But the problem was is that usually when these games like this got to the internet, pricing was terrible. But then again, just like in real life, the rarer the card, the better it was. The rarer the card, the more expensive it was. The more money you had, the more rare cards you could get. The more rare cards you had, the more often you won. It's a simple equation that meant money equals victory, which sort of made playing online card games kind of bogus. But it made playing card games in real life sort of bogus, but real life card games seem to have a bit more balance to them than the ones I've noted online. Now, I can't say I've played that many online because I sort of preemptively guessed that that's how it would go. What's a good example? Oh, game called Sword Girls. Came out, I want to say a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I played the beta for that for a while, and even in the beta you could see that, yeah, money was the way to go there. Also, it had a bit of a random tinge to it, but the game itself, it was playable, and it was enjoyable. It's just you weren't really going to get very far without shelling out some cash for things. This game, however, I only really decided to look into because I believe that wasn't the case. You go into the shop, you can first check here. This is your in-game cash, this is your non-in-game cash. Now what you can buy with your non-in-game cash, which is really the first question you should ask when you pick up any free-to-play anything. What do I have to pay for? In order to figure out what you have to buy, first you have to take a look at exactly how the game works and what's in it. In this game, there are three types of cards, or scrolls, but I'm going to call them cards, because cards are cards. Growth, energy, and pre-constructed order. Growth, energy, and order. Now, what this means is when you play this game, your resources for playing cards, it's taken from a resource pool. Now, to add to this resource pool, you sacrifice cards from your hand. Let's say you have a handful of growth cards. If you sacrifice one of those growth cards, your growth resource pool goes up by 1. You can do this once per turn. Now what that means is the more powerful growth cards, say they have a cost of 3 or 4, you have to wait until your growth pool is at 3 or 4. Now if you have energy cards, you have to have energy to play those. So if your growth pool is 3 but your energy pool is only 1 or 0, as it would probably be, then you can't play any energy cards until you sacrifice energy cards. That said, it's suggested that you just stick to a deck of one type, though mixing is advised for advanced players. I'm not one of them, but I'm really hoping to get into that because, well, mixing up strategies is sort of the most fun part. But in any game with resources and you start to mix things up, it starts to get to the point where it's complicated and, yeah, I don't know, it takes a bit of mastery and decent balance. You can't just throw things together and expect it to work. Even though you really want to, you'll probably end up with a lot of dead draws. That being a tournament means all the cards in your hand are useless. That said, what you can buy in this game are pre-constructed decks. Now when you start this game, you make your account, it's free, you get to pick one of these off rip. I picked order, and I'll get to that in a second, but then I later came back and I bought a growth deck. They cost 500. of the real world currency. They cost 500 of the currency that you get with real world cash. How much does that translate to? Well, you can get 600 of it for $5, which makes you have to do some weird math, but pretty much a deck costs $5. There's 3 of them, so if you spend $10, you could get all 3 right off the bat. What else can you buy with the currency? Well, here are some cards that they laid out that you can buy. You can notice that they're sort of cheap, but I can also tell you that they aren't that spectacular. This one here and this one here, this one came with the order deck, this one came with the growth deck. Now they're decent cards, but they're nothing game breaking. This guy didn't come with the order deck, and I'd say he's a decent purchase. But, you know, it's not really game breaking. Owning him doesn't do very much for you. I mean, he's a good card, don't get me wrong, but he's not a great card. So buying him really doesn't put you off. How you really get your cards is up here. Now these can only be bought so far, because this is still a beta, with the in-game currency. I'll buy one right now. That guy actually sort of sucks. He's probably really good, but I don't like him because I can't use him because I suck with order. Something else we'll get to in just a second. Heck, we'll get to it right now. What I found in this game, only thing I can really say, is that the order deck they give you sort of blows. Now I'm not quite sure if order itself sort of blows or if it's just the deck they gave you, but quite frankly I couldn't win a thing with it. I fought the computer about 5 times and it beat me out. Beat me pretty badly every single time. I think I'm supposed to click on that. Yep, definitely supposed to click on that. So I went, just to make sure, just for testing purposes, I went and bought a growth deck. First match I fought the computer, I won. So it was like, I think I've done something horribly wrong here. Or, it's not that I think I've done something horribly wrong, it's that I think something horribly wrong is taking place and that either order sucks or I just can't use order. I'm leading towards the latter. I just can't use the order. They say it was for advanced players, and my ego kicked in and said, well, I've been playing card games for years. I'm very advanced. And this game told me that was not the case. By the way, a match started. I should probably start talking about that. This is your game field. Now, here's where you place your cards. And the object of this game, you see these, what we call idols here, is if you destroy 3 of these idols, well, that guy gave up. Also, hate to brag, that was my first victory with an order with an order deck. Yay! I guess I'm getting better at it. Alright, this is the order pre-constructed. This is the order deck that's pretty much pre-constructed, only I added a few cards that I bought. Roughly, it's still 87% the same deck. Alright, back to explaining things. Oh, I get to start first. Now this is what I was talking about, how resources are concerned. You pick a card in your hand, they need to turn in a resource, and they pop over here into your resource pool. And then, if you can't afford to play anything, you take a turn. Now, you can do this in any order, but you can only do one thing per turn. You can only add 1 resource per turn. There's also an alternative to resource where you sacrifice a card in your hand and draw 2 cards instead. You can do that instead of resources. Let me see. I know what I want. I want this wall. Now, as I was saying about victory conditions, when you put cards on a row, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And you put a card on a row. If there's no unit between it and the idol, it attacks the idol. Idols have 10 HP. If you manage to destroy 3 idols, you win the game. Let's see if we can start playing things. No, we can't. I'll put you here. Give you a plate mail. Now, I was going somewhere. Oh, right, idols. Oh, you jerk. Why would you do that? He just used that unit's special ability and sort of thing you can do. Play this guy and hope for the best. Now, as this guy's set up, since there's nothing here, he'll attack my idol directly. And if you can look at this card's stats, these are your stats. This is attack, this is life. So he has attack 4 and a life of 2. Now this, very interesting mechanic, is cooldown. It says that units don't attack every turn. Quite the contrary. This one in particular is really decent for a cost 1, and that's because he has a cooldown of 3. He also has ranged attack, and it tells you this unit does not take damage from attacking spiky units. Oh, I never hit my turn. What a noob. The guy's sitting over there waiting for me. Like, what is he doing? He doesn't have any cards in his hand. Always remember to end your turn, kids. Anyway, cooldown. Every turn that passes of yours, your unit's cooldown goes by 1. When it gets to 0, that unit attacks. Wow, he is going to kill that. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I should have drawn more cards. Oh well, I'll draw more cards next turn. That row is undefended, so he gets a free hit at my idol. I could have defended that idol, but in truth, I'd have to lose a unit. And really, early game, you want to have more units than you have not units. Say that 5 times fast. Now I'll defend it. Here you go. Have a wall. Enjoy fighting that wall. Your cooldown's up. You could attack something, but the only thing you can attack is that guy, and he has a status on him that says if you attack him, you take 2 damage. Really, the 1 damage this guy would do to that guy would not be worth the 2 he's gonna take. So I'll just sit over here. If they want to start doing damage to things, what's this? Oh, I don't like that. Fortunately, no matter how much attack you have, okay, but you still can't kill my wall guy. Let's see if we can't get more cards. Oh, that's useful. Oh, I don't have really a lot of money though. By money, I mean resources. Now, I'm in a bit of a pickle, but you don't attack till next turn. I'm in a really big pickle. I'm gonna start getting guys out. Always be in mind of your opponent's cooldowns. They're all on 2. But you'll both be attacking next turn. I'd like to get a shot at this guy, but that's not going to happen. I don't like how powerful he's gotten either. But you can't attack unless you activate an enchantment or something, because all you guys are... Oh! I should start talking about the different types of cards there are. Well, this here is a structure. Structures are basically usually walls. They can't move, they can't attack, they just stand there and defend your rows from idols. And then there's your unit guys. They move, they attack. They have abilities sometimes. You jerk. happen. The only person who attack is that guy, and no one's really afraid of that guy. I'll play this, turn you into extra stuff. He's gonna attack me, nothing I can do about it. Well, if I move you out there, you'll just get shot. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. What I'm trying to do is work a way for my friend here to get... Okay, next turn, thanks to this card in my hand, both of these archers are going to attack. I'm going to kill this guy, and then I'm going to take some damage off of this guy. Of course, what I didn't realize is that he now gets to attack. Oh boy. Well, it's going to take 2 attacks to get to this wall, buddy. Yep, 2 attacks to get to this wall. Oh, aha! Still only dealt 1. Somebody forgot who my wall worked. Now it's showtime. Could you be more cards, please? Fair enough. I don't really want you to go first. I don't think I have a choice. You're gonna attack. You can attack over there. Don't really deal much damage, but you might as well deal some damage. Meanwhile... I shouldn't have moved you. Nope, should have left you where you were. Well, actually, if it comes to it, can't kill that guy, though. I don't have enough power. Should have left him where he was. No, even if I left him where he was, it wouldn't have been enough. Alright. Enough jibber-jabber. Let me just play my cards. Now I want my business. Enough left for my spell of haste, and I will deal some damage to the enemy. Where are your cooldowns at? Okay, you're being attacked. Well, I'm not afraid of you. And if that's the only thing I have to fear, kill you, hurt you. That's right, my wall's back. What you gonna do? You got nothing! Nothing! Trash talk is really important, and the fact that it's not, and it's juvenile. And the guy can't hear me anyway. I could take the time to type, you got nothing, and then it'll be really... Hey, no. Why'd you do that? Remember when I was explaining card types but never actually did? Anyway, there are instruction those are units. Now those are what you can play on the field. Now past that, Past that, you have 2 other types. I did not pay attention when I was placing that guy. 2 other types. Those are spells and enchantments. Spells are magic spells. You play them and they just happen. Enchantments are things you have to equip to your units. I really need to get you in a row with some people. Now this right here is a spell. If I had enough to play it, I would. But I don't. I'll play it next turn. What it does is you pick... I want to look at it. You pick any unit, you deal 1 damage, and then you draw a card from your deck. The 1 damage, it's sort of useful, like, I'm going to play it, I'm going to kill this guy. Should have played it to kill that guy for an attack chance in. But I didn't. Heck. You're going to be ready next. What are you guys doing to my wall? Stop it. I was hoping you wouldn't play another guy. I was definitely hoping you wouldn't play 2 guys. I don't know why you hate my wall, but it's gonna have to stop. No, this is fun. I was gonna kill this guy, but there's sort of no point. Who's ready to attack? You're ready to attack. You could actually kill both of those guys, and I'm gonna let you do that. Is there a guy over here with 1 HP I could hit? No. There's really no point, so I guess I'll just draw cards with you. That's nice, I guess. What have you got? You got an enchantment, I remember that. Okay, that doesn't help you at all. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this spell to give everybody more cooldowns. It's a really nice spell when the enemy's cooled up like that, because everybody gets +1 cooldown. It's basically a free turn out of it eventually. All my guys are stacked up horribly. I'm gonna summon you. I don't want to waste you though. Yeah, but they won't be able to attack you for a while. I'll figure something out. That'd just be a shield. It's a waste of a card. Put stuff out in the field. Yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you? I said order sucks, but then again, this guy's also using order, so... No, don't do that. Well, people will be attacking soon. Put you over here. I'm gonna kill both of these guys. Also, probably should pay attention to the cards in my hand. Don't need you. What else can I get? That... I'm gonna keep you. Sacrifice you. Oh, I can't. Derp. I already used that. Well, let me see. Doesn't really help much, but to play a card this turn, since I can. Tell you what, move back one. You gotta get back in that row. Give you more attack. Play this card, simply because I can. Wait, does that hit me too? I think it does. Wait a minute. All units in target row, yep. I am not playing that. I don't want to hurt myself. I'll save it for later. Another shot, another dead man. Alright. You're at 1. You get to shoot. You get to attack too, but I'm not afraid of you. You'll probably kill my wall or something. Well, I put you up here to be a shield, and by golly, you're a shield. I don't care how much attack you go. Forgot about you. Wasn't enough. It was almost enough. It really was almost enough. You get to attack now. Anyone else get to attack now? No, just you. Oh, you had to have fun attacking. Oh, let me see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna summon this guy. He's like the super powerful guy they give you in the deck. So I'm gonna summon him. Oh, no I'm not. Almost ruined my entire strategy there. I'm gonna play you. And then I'm gonna play you. And then I'm not gonna move you up. Just gonna have you sit there. I'm gonna move you up and then I'm gonna... Well, I can't move. No, I can't. Move you up, move one of these archers behind you. I know it's a really bad idea, but I'm gonna do it. I should keep them safe behind that wall over there. Which one of you is the attack guy? You. You're getting to a more useful row. Move you up, and then the fight starts. You should clean sweep both those guys. Now, you get to attack, but behind my iron fortress of this wall and this other wall, you won't be doing very much. This here is a very useful card because any damage dealt to it is reduced to 1. Which means no matter what the attack of the enemy is, he deals 3. If he hit this wall, he'd deal 3. But if he did this wall, he'd deal 1. It's a very, very effective stalling tool. It only comes with 3 HP. Oh, the enemy quit. Convenient! Like I said, order isn't really that good, and consequently, he also had order, so what do you expect out of that? And that's how the game goes. It's pretty simple.